Hello boys, girls, and others, my name is Master Jigglypuff, and today we have another deck profile. Today we will be deck profiling, known by no other name, but Volcanion. Pretty snazzy, pretty snazzy. The only reason why we are profiling this deck is because I got first place at a League Challenge at In the Zone Cards and Games at League last Thursday. We only do deck profiles on decks that we do well with, so yep, there was around, I want to say, 16 people at the start of the tournament. So, I mean, it was a fun tournament, out 5 rounds, so pretty cool. Got first place. So, let me give you a closer look at this promo. It's a Volcanion. It's from the new set. It's from Steam Siege. Pretty cool. Reverse Hollow League promo. First place right there. A little trophy card. Pretty snazzy. Very awesome to add that to my collection. If you didn't see last week's deck profile, it was of an expanded deck, which is Garbotoad. So if you want to check that out, that'll be in the iCard. I got third place at that tournament, so pretty proud of that, and pretty proud of the deck list. So let's get into today. Real quick, if you'd like to scroll down, leave a like, and comment, and subscribe. We do deck profiles whenever we do good with decks, and upload daily Pokemon pack openings. So let's get right into this. So, the first Pokemon, your main attacker most of the time, is Baby Volcanion, as most people call it. The non-EX basic Volcanion. It has 130 HP, pretty cool artwork. And your main attack is Power Heater. Does 20 damage. Choose 2 of your bench Pokemon, attach a Fire Energy card from your discard pile to each of those Pokemon. So you can set up other Baby Volcanions, or you can set up the next Pokemon, which is, of course, the beautiful, the powerful Volcanion EX. Pretty snazzy. I am going to put this in my collection soon, once I get the 10 promo, so I can have one of each artwork. So, I'm going to use the basic, it's the easiest to read. 180 HP, its attack Volcanic Heat for 130. This Pokemon cannot attack during your next turn, so you can't attack. There are ways around that, which you will see later on. And its ability, which is super snazzy, which is Steam Up. Once during your turn before your attack, you may discard a Fire Energy from your hand. If you do, during this turn, your basic Pokemon's Fire type attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And these abilities stack. So if you do Steam Up 4 times, you're hitting for 120 more damage. Now, some lists I know run 3, but I just like running 4 just to ensure that extra damage. And like if you're doing 120 extra damage, and this bad boy is Fury Belted, which is an item you'll see later, you probably already know what it does. That's hitting for 150, which is pretty crazy. Another one of attacker, which we have, is Flareon EX, which is just a beautiful card. It has the ability Flash Fire. Once during your turn, you may move a Fire Energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon, and Blaze Ball, you can read that. If you have 3 Fire Energy on it, it pretty much does 110. So here's what I'm thinking. You use Power Heater, you attach 2 Volcanion EX and a Flareon EX. Your next turn, you Flash Fire that energy from Volcanion EX onto your Flareon EX, and then you attach your turn. That's already 3 energy on your Flareon, and he's already hitting for 110 damage. And next up on the list, we have 1 copy of Hoopa EX. Next up on the list, we have 1 copy of Hoopa EX with 170 HP, and the ability Scoundrel Ring. You can read that right there if you don't know what it does. Pretty much I'll tell you, you play it down, and you get to search your deck for 3 EX Pokemon and put them into your hand. So usually 3 Volcanion if you can, sometimes 2, and one of these beautiful Shaman EXs. You guys all know what Shaman does. Play from your hand. When you do, you may draw 6 cards. Very awesome, very expensive, but very awesome and playable nonetheless. They fix up this in case you guys want to copy the list. Next we have 11 copies of, well, not copies, but just 11 Fire Energy. So I personally prefer either the Generations one or the one from the Keldeo versus Rayquaza deck. So I'm currently using the ones from the deck, but if you want to go Generations, that's cool. If you want to go old school, that's also cool. So next up is our supporter line. We're starting off with our draw support. Again, this deck is up to my preference, my playing style. We are running 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Discard your hand and draw 7. Pretty standard. Most basic but most useful draw supporter there is out there. Next, personally, I run 2 copies of N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, and they draw cards equal to their number of prize cards. Next, We have 2 copies of Lysander, pretty much is your supporter for the turn, but you get to switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their benched. So pretty snazzy. If you need to get that last KO, Lysander out of Shaman, Volcanic Heat, Blaze Ball, anything you need to do, just get those last 2 prizes. Easy as that. You all know what Lysander is. Then we've got Skyla, which is my one-of supporter. The rest of these are all just one-of techs. Skyla, search your deck for a trainer card, put in your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. Pretty snazzy. Next is Pokemon Ranger. Now, I'm a huge fan of this card. This is awesome in this deck. So, let's say you use Volcanic Heat. It says, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. Well, that's an effect on Volcanion. But Pokemon Ranger says, remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon. So, you're getting rid of that effect and you can attack right then. So, last 2 supporter cards, we have 1 Fisherman. We have put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. If you're steaming up and you can't power heater all of your energies, well, Fisherman them all right back in your hand and power and steam up all over again. And our last supporter card is Ninja Boy. I am in love with this card. This card is amazing, just in general. It's just, Ninja Boy is beautiful. It's so good in many other situations as well, so pretty snazzy. Next is our tool lineup. I am doing a separate one from that in the items, just so you guys, I don't know, I just feel like doing that. We run 3 copies of Fighting Fury Belt. Pretty much, you can read the exact text right there. But in simpler terms, you can attach this to any of your Pokemon really, but its effect only affects basic Pokemon. They get 40 more HP and do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So pretty snazzy. Volcanion EX, 210, Baby Volcanion 170, Flareon EX, 210 I believe. And then we have 3 copies of Floatstone. Pretty snazzy. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. So when you're dealing with Volcanion EX, you don't want to have that stuck in the active, because that has 3 retreat costs, which is not nice. So, Floatstone, he can move around anywhere you want. And the cool thing, if you don't have access to Pokemon Ranger, and you have 2 of these set up, and they both have 3 energy on them, and both have Floatstones, you can, because when a Pokemon goes on the bench, it removes the effect on the Pokemon, or, if you don't even want to do that, just switch, and that Pokemon can attack, and switch, and switch, and switch. So, you can just pretty much attack whenever you want. Next is our stadium of choice. My stadium of choice is Skyfield, 3 copies. This extends each player's bench to 8 Pokemon. So this is perfect for setting up. Like, if you Hoopa, you get all those on your bench, and then get anything else you need to. After you, like, let's say you Hoopa, get all your Volcanions, you can Sycamore, you can End, get all the other Pokemon you want on your bench as well. Just very good, very awesome. One thing I would like to note right now is I want a good counter for Mega Ray, and which means getting rid of Skyfield. I want to get a Delinquent in here, I just don't know where to fit her. So I do eventually want to fit one in, but as of right now, I can't find anything I want to take out. So next up is next up and finally is our item cards. Just staple cards, 4 copies of VS Seeker. Put a support card from your discard pile into your hand. We have 4 copies of Trainer's Mail. Search your top 4 cards of your deck. Choose an item there, reveal it, put it in your hand. And then, personally, I'm only running 3 Ultra Ball. This is subject to change. I am starting to hit Ultra Balls a lot less than I used to. So I'm gonna probably switch that out for, or get another Ultra Ball run 4. Usually run 4. Most of the time you actually want to run 4. And next, we just have 1 card and then 5 other cards having to do with energy. So I personally run a 1 of Switch because, like I was trying to say earlier, when a Pokemon goes back on the bench from being active, all special conditions and effects on it are erased. So let's say you Volcanic Heat. This Pokemon can't attack during your next turn, but you have that guy on another one on your bench with a Floatstone. Well, you use Switch. Switch this one with the one with the Floatstone, which puts this one on the bench, and then you retreat for free back into this guy, and he can attack again because the effects are, well, gone. Simple as that. So I run 2 energy reset. Some people say it's not necessary to run 2, but I prefer 2 because I personally get a lot of dead energy on my field, and this says put as many energy attached to your Pokemon into your hand as you like. So pretty snazzy card. I like it. I like running 2. Next we run 1 Professor's Letter. Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, put them in your hand. Easy as that. Then 1 energy retrieval. Put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. pretty much Professor's Letter from your discard pile, and 1 copy of Super Odd. Shuffle 3 of any combination of Pokemon energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. That is subject to change. I haven't been using Super Odd very often, so I might even try just taking this out and adding an Ultra Ball, or maybe a Delinquent, I don't know. But if you guys want to try out this list, go ahead. It did me pretty well, got me first place. Let's see, what are my matchups? I'm gonna do a few shout outs here. My good buddy Cole is playing Mega Steelix. So now that I remember, first match was against Mega Steelix, played by my good buddy Cole. Second, I believe I faced a good player, very good player in my league. His name's Wesley. He was playing a Mega Scizor deck. He had a kind of a bad start, and also I had weakness on him, so kind of an easy match, but he's a very skilled player, very awesome friend of ours too. Then third round, I mirror matched Volcanion, pulled that out. I think his Hoopa was prized, which is not a good thing at all. Then the next round, I faced Chancellor Charizard, and he was playing Rainbow Road, or you guys might know as Rainbow Force Xerneas. He got second place in this tournament, so he will also be doing a deck profile of that deck if you guys want to see a fairy type, sort of. Well, it's pretty much kind of just a rainbow type deck, focusing on Rainbow Force Xerneas. And then last round, I faced the new Mega Gardevoir EX mixed with the old Mega Gardevoir EX, which is very, very scary combo. The new Gardevoir is actually pretty good for only two energy and doing a minimum of 110 damage. Very awesome. Can clear the field of all of his hurt Pokemon whenever he wants to and do more damage, and then doing more damage for each fairy energy on the field. It's pretty scary. And then when you add that with Xerneas, it just gets insane. So I did, I guess, have 2 pretty nice matchups in the beginning, but the rest were pretty even, because with Volcanion, you do have weakness on your opponent if you're mirror matching, but it just kind of becomes difficult. It becomes a whole different game when you're mirror matching with Volcanion. And then Rainbow Road, I haven't faced Rainbow Road much with this deck, so that was pretty close as well. I believe 1 or 2 of his Xerneases were prized. And then again, Mega Gardevoir. Never faced that deck, never really seen it around that much. It was pretty strong, but I managed to pull out a win against that, and well, got myself first place. So definitely a super fun tournament. I actually got some pretty good pulls out of my prize packs. I got, I believe, a Gardevoir EX and a Gardevoir EX Full Art, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds about right. So pretty snazzy. Did not do a vlog because I forgot my camera at home. I'm stupid, but that's okay. Not a Stubin, stupid. So yeah, shout out to Stupin as well. Sadly, he couldn't come to the tournament, but that's okay. So yeah, if you guys, I kind of ranted there for a second, but if you guys like this deck profile, let me know in the comments down below if you want to use it, if you want to try it out for yourself, do so. Again, a few things I would probably change, put Super Rod as a 4th Ultra Ball, just to consistently get Hoopa EX. That was definitely a big problem in a few of my matches, and then also trying to fit into Delinquent somehow, not sure how. Again, Flare NEX, great attacker in this deck. It's amazing. If I could fit a second one, I would. But at the same time, I like just having one. So I love this deck. This has become one of the funnest decks I've ever played. Of course, the funnest deck I've ever played is Dark. Anyway, so subscribe for daily Pokemon videos such as vlogs, live streams, pack battles, pack openings, and deck profiles when we do good. Which isn't often, but maybe we'll do better more. Do more better? Do better more. I don't know. And we'll see you guys next time. By Fighting Fury Bell.